Start game. A tavern.
Per Count Dean's request, you agreed to infiltrate and surveil the subterranean fortress at the country's border.
Keep rolling. Babylon subterranean fortress.
The Orc army presently controls Bilberon, the underground fortress built into the canyon. The King's army has been mounting a fierce offensive to try and reclaim the fortress. It's my turn. Done.
Where's the rank E? I like this short attacker.
You step into the enemy kitchen. A corpulent chef grabs a goblin instead of meat and suddenly stops. The cook sensing
Are you two lovers?
Luckily, her sight's not so keen, so she doesn't notice you. Eventually, the chef returns to her meat cutting. You use the goblin's screams to mask your escape. Outstanding. Oh my. Luca.
Ew, bones.
Oh my. Yes. Yes. Voila.
We're doing E. Come on.
The pathway blocked with a stone wall doesn't look like it would give way unless you bombed it. I could do that. It's my turn.
They're coming.
We're doing B. Yes. Step it up.
Enemies!
Our fathers.
Done. Hey, Luca.
Pesky
Pesky
gnats.
gnats. I can do that. Damn.
Quit it.
Quit it. Please. Damn it.
Quit it.
Quit it.
At the bottom of the stairs is an area connected to the sewers. This seems your most likely escape route.
And this is a tank! God damn it!
After defeating the Minotaur, you moved through the sewer's filth.
The
reconnaissance mission went well.
You gathered
intel and slipped back across enemy lines.
Level up.
Among the
treasures you claimed is the great sword of the hero Javelin. You succeeded in acquiring intel on the underground fortress. This job will be completed once you report to Count Dean. You report everything you learned to Count Dean. Unfortunately, you also mention the hero's legendary sword. Naturally, he demands the great sword, but at least he's in a good mood now. He thought you'd just flee, but you didn't.
Completed the quest and received field
report. But he thinks much more highly of you now. Dean confides in you some of the problems in the castle.
What kind of problem?
Once the king went missing, the Prime Minister began recommending the Archduke McNeil of Bulgar to the throne. Bulgar is an aggressive nation to the north. McNeil is related to the King of Heidland and has a legal claim to the throne. Count Dean claims that McNeil has been rallying nobles in Heidland to support his claim to the throne. That's why Dean hired Tommet to steal the scepter. He says that Tommet is extremely trustworthy, so long as he is paid. Suddenly, the Prime Minister and the Princess appear. It seems you are being watched. The Count glowers and departs. The Prime Minister warns you not to involve yourself any further. The Princess, as usual, looks back with blank eyes. Since you completed the job at the castle, you returned to the Adventurers Guild to tell them what transpired. Roland also happens to be here to report on a job. However, Samuel is not here. Roland is waiting for him to return. Roland thinks that he just missed him and asks you to track down the Guildmaster and bring him back.
Recommendation of honor. Without waking the sleeping one. So that's gonna be tough.
You look for Samuel, the Guildmaster. He should be somewhere in town. Oh, how can I help you?
Welcome to my shop.
Big boob lady. Bye, big boob lady.
Wondering one. How can I help you?
Allow
this heart to beat it. Allow this.
As you leave the temple,
a ragged old man slumped in the road calls out to you in a gravelly voice.
His
raspy voice makes it difficult for you to discern if he's even speaking your language.
You can
give him a coin if you feel pity for him.
Of course,
you're free to walk away as well.
Nah.
He doesn't even acknowledge the coin. He
mutters
over and over.
You probably won't be able to communicate with him,
no matter
how long you strain your concentration. Here. All right. Gotta finish my drink.
You look for Samuel,
the Guildmaster.
He should be
somewhere in town.
I'll be at the castle.
You recall
what happened at the castle.
You
report everything you learned to Count Dean. Unfortunately, you also mention the hero's legendary sword. Naturally, he demands the great sword, but at least he's in a good mood now.
He thought
you'd just flee.
It
seems that he thinks once the king went, Bolger is in a great... Count Dean claims that's why Dean hired suddenly. The Prime Minister warned...
Find out what Samuel is.
You recall
what happened at the castle. You report everything. Naturally, he demands.
It seems that he thinks
once the king went missing, Bolger is an Count Dean claims that's why Dean hired suddenly. The Prime Minister warns you.
When you tell
him that you can't find Samuel, he tells you to check the temple.
Samuel
prays for his friends on occasion.
Did you find him?
Keep rolling.
Wandering one,
how can I
help you?
You stand
before the goddess statues,
Jula,
Althena,
and
Vernus.
These
statues have all crumbled.
Texts
say the goddesses sacrificed themselves to defeat a dragon, which caused their likenesses to degrade as well.
Althena,
the one in the center, is the goddess of compassion, battle, and odyssey, making her popular with adventurers.
If your
party falls during your adventure, a prayer to Althena and a tithing of your money will resurrect the party.
If you are
repeatedly depending on her grace, the amount you must offer for her services will continually increase.
A giant man in armor finishes his prayers and turns around. His pensive expression quickly turns fierce as he sees you. He tells
you that he was praying because he has sent many friends to look for the king, but they haven't found the slightest clue.
When you
ask to help, Samuel just nods and hands you a request form.
It's the same request
the temple gave you.
In a remote
region, marriageable girls are disappearing one by one.
The
catacombs are believed to be linked somehow.
Which way to find the back the eventual boon.
As you
leave the temple, a ragged old man slumped in the road.
His
raspy, you can give him a coin.
To solve
the mystery of the disappearances, you head to the catacombs, where the villagers fear to tread.
Castle of the Dead. Catacombs.
In the
catacombs, stark white bones are strewn about the ground as far as the eye can see. The sheer number of the deceased is the only indication left of this area's former prosperity.
Damn. It's my turn. Done.
Congratulations.
Here.
A strange knight stumbles out of the darkness towards you. You surmise that he is not of this world.
No, I get it not.
The knight
is muttering to himself,
as if in a
daze.
If I
If I end my own life,
they can
no longer sacrifice me.
When you move
closer,
the knight
extends his hand.
He's holding
a scroll.
When you
accept it,
the knight
disappears.
The path
The path ahead of you is connected to the ruins of the castle colloquially called the Castle of the Dead. In olden times, whenever a girl disappeared, the locals would say she'd been called to the Castle of the Dead. How bothersome. Lucan. I got this.
Scattering seed.
Because
ghosts are incorporeal, they are completely immune to physical attacks.
Their weakness
is light. Torchlight will drive them off.
It's my turn. They're here.
Flickering seed.
They're coming. They're coming. Nets.
I got it.
I got it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Flickering E.
The kidnapped girls have been turned. They are now vampires, attacking other people. You utter a silent prayer, hoping that you have slain the last vampire and leave the ruins.
Step up!
In your hands
is the bloody scroll that the Ghost Knight had given you.
You have
unraveled the mystery of the village girls' disappearances. Obtain your reward at the guild.
You are curious
about the bloody scroll.
You show
Samuel the scroll and tell him what you saw in the catacombs.
After
examining the scroll, the signature and other details indicate that it is a report telling her that he had obtained the dragon's crown. You wonder if this letter is true.
You can't
deny that the ghost was clad in mail that was eerily similar to the king's armor.
So
perhaps this is true.
The king's
death will profoundly affect the kingdom and neighboring lands. Samuel orders you to report it to the castle.
Go back. You have a request. Stop!
Apprehended by guards.
You are overwhelmed by guards and thrown into the castle jail, charged for a crime you did not commit.
This is
a common fate for people who hold the royal secret.
You are being
removed from the drama at the castle.
After
a few days, the cell door opens.
Once your
eyes grow reacclimated to light, you see Count Dean standing before you. He unshackles your ankles and explains the situation to you. The Prime Minister had been jailing all of Dean's allies. As expected, Gustav was working for Bolga. He used a magical necklace to control the princess and influence Heidland. Once Dean got Princess Vivian to safety and confronted the Prime Minister, Gustav fled with a ship full of treasure. The princess apologizes for involving you in this. While she was a hostage, Dean couldn't confront the Prime Minister. This kingdom needs a new ruler immediately. Dean is no saint, but he would make a good leader, you think. However, when Gustav fled, he also stole the royal orb, another treasure that represents the right to rule Heidland. If McNeil gets the orb, it will likely result in civil war. However, the orb does not appear to have reached Bolga. Princess Vivian asks for your help with this incident. You immediately agree and begin searching for the orb. Gustav's ship chose a pirate route, likely to elude captors. Perhaps his artifice was his undoing. You should investigate. To get the orb back, you travel to Ghost Ship Cove, unknown pirate hideout.
But time cannot save.